and a session one effectively, is there will be content, but it's also just a chance to kind of go over everything, set any expectations that anyone has. This will be a bi-weekly game. I hold a pretty sharp 4 hour time, so if anything, like if I think we're going to be entering into like what I feel is big exposition of a story or something, and there's like 10 minutes left, I might just decide it's better to call it there rather than get into situations where I'm trying to keep you guys over for fluidity or feel, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
let's see. I can always set up things like party stashes, depending on how people want it to end up splitting up loot. That's something we can kind of, go on as the party progresses and really decide from there. This is a potentially lethal game, much more so than any that I've ever set up before, where I'm like, yeah, someone might die, versus no, I kind of do expect some people to die. Um, I have in some ways tried to lessen that a little bit compared to what a lot of people would like know the Emerald Spiral or Spire for it, is that what is particularly known as being pretty aggressive. My response to that primarily was to just add other ways that you can get resources and experience and not have to feel like I was just ram writing you through the Spire. Still tried to keep some iota of similar difficulty to it. And right off rip, I part of my design is treating this, like I like playing Witcher 3. There are areas if you go to that are potentially quite deadly for you. I'm not gonna have little skulls on the enemies to let you know that that is the case, but um, going through the wilderness versus taking the road are actually designed to be very different levels of danger. Um, I mean, as they should be, in my opinion. Let's see. With that said, if things do seem to be too difficult or unreasonable, and we're like getting a TPK oftenly or something, I am totally down for the idea of being like Devil May Cry, where I go, "Would you like to lower the difficulty?" And my solution to that is rather than actually nerf anything, to just continually buff you guys, which would be us having a conversation as a group and deciding what more should be given to you as resources and tools. Do
Rainbow,
l-
rainbow.
See. Okay.
letting
Yeah.
stuff
Sorry,
like
that's rainbow.
you good, Brox?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry,
Okay.
my dog heard something outside.
That was your dog pushing a button.
No, he heard something outside, and he's just sitting near me on the couch.
Um, gotcha. Um,
Oh.
just go over it a little. I don't know when I originally pitched this that I had said that there would be uh, almost like no civilization being in the stone. Some of the content that I have has at least a little bit of civilization, so there won't be any like Metropolis, and it is effectively I've kind of curse of strawed you. There's an area that's available in an area that you just can't go past. Um, but I do think that I've given you guys a pretty nice area to play within. Um, does anybody have any questions for me or anything before we won't get started? Anything that I would like to actually be able to establish as a group? I think the last thing that I would say that I forgot is just some people like to kind of force themselves into roles by just rolling something and then telling me what it is that they would like to do. I like to throw out there that if you do something well enough, I might not ask for a roll at all. And then if you did it well but rolled a one before actually doing the thing, well, now I feel like I got to use that one. So, don't screw yourself out of situations before rolling for something before I've made it clear that you need to. That's all.
Okay.
Mhm. I guess a question that can come to mind for me. Plan is Emerald Spire, whatever else, the woods, Thorn Keep, and then into the other adventure path thing afterwards.
Mhm.
Are we like lining up the structure that like whatever happens in like adventuring happens and we'll move on to like the next stage when we like hit the bottom, whatever the end of the Emerald Spire dungeon, that like will be our portal to the next stage, basically.
More so that I have built it to where if you guys really don't want to do the Spire, I do not plan on making at least much of that have to be a thing. You know, as you know, with the Spire, there are ways to traverse where you don't necessarily have to do the complete thing. And so I do have some expectation that at least some amount of it will be done, and that will be directly connected to the story continuing. It might not necessarily like unlock more area versus just how you use the area moving forward. If that makes sense? Without saying much more about it.
Okay.
My thought was just out of character for us knowledge of like reaching the end of the spire is like what takes us. Like no matter, how we grow, whatever, what path we take.
Yes, there will be some amount of the Spire involved. Yeah, to actually progressing the story. Um, Now, the Spire has been at least mildly rewritten in multiple ways, more so with the intention of how it will connect for the later parts. And also, I mean, to that fact, one of the reasons that I have built out the other content beside the Spire in the first place is that ultimately I have a bit of wiggle room from where the Spire ends level wise, expectationally, and where I need to get you to um, for the next bit of content, anyhow. So, um, yeah, I think that mostly covers it. Do you feel like I answered what you were looking for, or did I miss something?
Yes. Mostly like my question was in like the very literal sense. But I guess we can, keep the secret for later, whatever MacGuffin exists at the end. Or however it ends up happening.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm
Anybody else?
just happy to be here. Be a team player.
Here we go. Let's see. Is everybody familiar using Foundry?
Mm-hmm.
Somewhat. I've used it a couple of times, not super in depth, but
All right. Well, if you have any questions, just let me know.
all right.
Like the drawing
Used
there.
to it.
Yep.
I'm used to it. Like I got so annoyed at first with the way that like hold control. I've played in Foundry for most of my games recently. It's the way it be, and I'm happy with it.
Mm. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Foundry. I feel like I was super late to learning of its existence, but I am here and I am happy.
Yeah, I've been using it for the past like
We were so late learning of its existence. Yeah.
It's changed the game for us. We used to, when we first started, our DM, mine and Shane's, had us on a Discord call, and we were all trying to map out shit on grid paper.
And could never
Yeah,
agree
that
on
used
where an enemy actually was, etc. But
Yeah, we could never.
we aren't here to talk about that. We're here to get into the 119th Starstone games. Um,
Woo.
does anybody have, before we like kick it off, have any questions as far as, what they would know about that or what that looks like, or need a review on, how that came to be, anything like that? I felt like it was pretty well covered, generally speaking.
Yeah.
Most people are pretty familiar with Aerodin's
Yeah.
death, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, in that case, you are all here for one reason or another. You may have volunteered, you might have been picked by tribute. You come from countries all over the world, and today is the day. The 119th Starstone Games is upon us, and everybody is gathering around the Starstone Cathedral. There will be more people here today than any day of the year, and you'll see plenty of onlookers just trying to cheer people on, and you'll see people edging up close to the chasm and trying to figure out how they will get over. The largest personality coming from one of the tiniest bodies in this place is that of one you will all know, Cesar Glickerman, who happens to be going around talking to the different contestants. There are hundreds of people gathered here in anticipation of these games, but Cesar Glickerman has seen them all 119. He's been the host, a well-groomed older gnome at this point. If those 118 games before weigh on him, he certainly does not let it show. As the ceremony comes off to a more official start, you actually hear him speaking as if he's capable of talking to everybody present. Glorian, my beautiful, breathless Glorian. Nearly 900 years since a mortal last touched that stone and walked out a god, and every year, every single year, we ask again, is it you? Is it one of those magnificent, doomed, glorious souls behind me? Let's meet them, shall we, before the stone does. I did roll initiative for you guys. Seeing how technically crossing is supposed to be original, I wanted to kind of create an order in which people would get the opportunity to do so, just in case anyone happened to have overlap. Felt like the fairest.
Yes.
So, let's see. Oh, might as well get this fixed on the side right away here. Your character name is what shows up in the...
Oh yeah, the token's off.
So I just need to go in here, change your prototype. I just don't want that to keep happening throughout the game. Might as well just get all that cleaned up now. There will be a couple of delays. That's part of this being a session 0. I want...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Update that. So let me change it from the token heart. And then let me just double check everybody else is the same situation. Home type, yep, Phil is the same. Alright. Yeah, literally everybody was in the situation, so I got all 4 of you fixed over now, and at least in the future, that won't present that way. With that said, he is first going to come over to you. Is it Lyrica?
I was going with Lyrica.
Lyrica. Okay, okay. Listen. If I ever am butchering pronunciations, you guys just let me know. I always make the joke that I'm still learning English. I've never felt like I was that great at pronunciation, so I decided I'd say a bunch of words all the time. Cesar is gonna walk up to you with his colorfully purple hair and his incredibly long eyebrows and say, "Now, don't be shy. Whole world's feeling what you do anyway. The shyness ship is sailed. Tell me true. When your name was drawn, what was the first thing you felt?"
Excitement, little fear. I didn't think it would happen, but I'm here and I'm ready. I think.
I adore you already. What, something I wanted to do with each of the players. What do you think is the most distinguishable part of you? If Caesar was to call something out, what do you think you would notice about you?
How to not be basic? How to not be basic? I'm just a fox. A fox with a fox on my shoulder.
Well, she certainly is a foxy one, isn't she, folks? He will hand you a magical microphone. I guess I should emphasize that person. And it will kind of glow in your hand. And you can almost feel the resonation as everything that you are feeling seems to be translated to the microphone as you speak into it. He's going to continue. Here's the one I ask everyone. My favorite. Suppose, just suppose, Lyrica, you win. You cross the chasm, you pass the test, you ascend. What's your domain, darling? You know, when they build the temples and they light the candles and they're whispering their prayers in the dark, you know, what do they pray to you for?
Probably in the name of my country, some unity on the battlefield, maybe cooperation. Does this community work?
Community. Can any of you think of a better god, someone who could build a community in these dark times? Yeah. Kind of.
I'm all for strengthening others. You know, working together, doing more than any one or two people could do on their own. Being more than just the sum of your parts.
Of course. You mentioned country. I completely escaped my mind. From what country is it you hail, Lyrica?
I'm from Taldor, actually. The village of Angen.
Oh, Taldor. Wonderful. If you could manage to get it a bit of community between Taldor and Kirdera, that'll be great, won't it, folks? Before I move on, Lyrica, I'll give you one last chance. Tell the folks, what would your final words be to them? Try to make them count.
I believe in all of you. You can do so much more than you think.
Well, I think that's perfect for someone that hopes to be a divine sense of community. Good luck, Lyrica. You will
Thank you.
be allowed to progress forward. Trying to keep everybody separated, you have to pass a set of guards as you actually will make your way, and we're gonna give everybody an introduction, but when we get back to it, you will be our first to be able to make a attempt over and start going into all that stuff. Our next up, Adric. Say that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Adric, you kind of just listened, and frankly everybody in the audience did, as Caesar is starting to go through and interview people, and he has now walked up to you and handed you this same microphone that kind of glows in your hand, and you can feel the resonances. Your emotions will be shared to an entire crowd. Caesar grants or greets you and says, "Hey, would tell these lovely folks your name and from which country you hail."
Well, I'm Adric, and I'm from Absalom.
Oh, we got someone local. What domain is it that you aspire for, Henry? What would wet your whistle?
Well, being that I I really feel like my the domain that I would want to be associated with would be redemption.
Redemption. Ladies, it looks
Yeah,
like we found someone with a lot of guilt.
no, not guilt for me, but there's everybody should be have a chance to redeem themselves. You know that there's never too late to turn from the dark to go to the light. You know, Sarah and Ray has shown me that.
Oh, I was wrong, folks. It's not guilt. It tastes a bit more like forgiveness, doesn't it? I think we certainly could use a bit more of that lately. Well, hmm, why should anyone believe in you for forgiveness more than others? Do you think you have what it takes to really define morality?
Well, have always I was raised as a bastard of the church, and so I've always felt that coming from the lowliest of the low, that one should always be ready to forgive those who have transgressed against you.
Hmm. And, same as I had asked before, what do you think is actually a feature of you? I mean, it could be your posture, it could be a physical feature. What is an attribute of you that you think would first be noticed or were most noticed by Caesar?
The the golden glowing hair.
Okay, okay. Uh, can I just say, if your hair didn't shine like that, it'd be a little bit harder to believe, but uh, if there's anyone that can have a golden virtue, son, I think it will be you. Hmm. Is there anything you'd like to say to the folks before I press on? It's your last words. Make them count.
Yes, just remember to always keep room for forgiveness in your hearts, folks.
The contestants today just seem to warm my heart. Isn't that right, folks? Yeah, give them a hand of applause, and you may also make your way past the guards and officially enter into the contestant-only area. Well, it certainly is an interesting sign, and he will hand the microphone over to you, Grail, and once again, feel that resonance. What's your name? What country you hail from, son?
Rahel, I come from Jalmray.
Oh, we don't get that too often. People, your country must not like to talk to me too much. tell the fans back home something about John Ray.
I am the kingfish. I am the fish.
There is not much to know.
Well, I never known a place to live that didn't have much to know, but I'm hearing that you're a little bit of a special case. You actually volunteered as tribute to these games.
Yes.
You know how these things tend to go, right? What brought you to just make that decision today?
The person my country selected did not deserve this fate. I make this sacrifice for Kavi.
Ah, Is that a bit of love, perhaps, or maybe a family member?
I gotta see you doing it.
Family in the sense of word, not blood.
Well, isn't that just beautiful, folks? Let's give it a hand of applause for Kavi. Oh, did that give us any type of clue? What kind of dominion it is you're hoping you will send to there?
The community dominion subdomain found family.
Well, I couldn't have nailed it any harder if I tried, could I suppose? I can't imagine anyone better for it than someone who's going to volunteer just to save someone who's not even part of their own blood. Ain't that special? Why do you think that these people should believe in you? What is it that makes you special?
I don't.
Ah, you're modest. You're modest. That's clearly the reason. Yeah, it's right. Go ahead. Take a look straight over there, right into the camera. Tell me, any last words? It's the last one. Let's make them count.
Avi, if I don't come back, I was never gonna let it be you.
Just brings a tear right to my eye. But this is a day for celebration. Good luck, Gryle. I hope to see you someday. Maybe you'll end up being part of my family. Once again, the crossover into the contestants only section. With an elephant riding on along. Isn't that nuts, folks? You never know what you're gonna see at a Starstone Games. It's truly unique, truly unique.
It's a medium-sized elephant.
It's a pappy.
Irina, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. Irina, you will now be given the same microphone all those before you have been. Cesar, you could tell, he's been doing this for a little while, but he does not seem to slow whatsoever. That same energy. Hey, go ahead and tell the lovely folks at home your name and from which country you hail from.
I am Irina. I hail from Cheliax.
Cheliax is actually very close to my heart. Now tell me, are you one for Erden or one for Asmodeus?
I believe the country was in a better place when we had Eridan, and I look forward to trying to fill that void.
He will just give you a giant hug and say, "Oh, if only more agreed, dear. If only more agreed." Tell me, what domain is it that you're hoping to sprinkle up to in the stars there?
I also aspire to redemption, as I feel as if an entire country is in need of redemption with the loss of Eridan, and it's fallen to the wayside, and it could be made whole again.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. It seems that at least a couple amongst the crowd seem to really agree with you, isn't that right, folks? That ain't the first time we've heard that one today. Well, I guess that leads to my next question. Why should people believe in you for redemption more than someone else?
Well, I've fallen once before. I used to work for the current crown, and here I am rallying against it. And who knows what's to be seen on the inside.
I see. Fascinating. Hey, I don't want to take too much of your time. You know how important it is. Be expedient about trying to cross before someone beats you to your idea. Before you go, any last words for the people? Make them count. They're your last.
Well, if you're always at rock bottom and you think you can't get up again, always know you will always be given another chance.
Fascinating, fascinating. For our sakes, I sure hope that Flex manages to have the same happen. Good luck there, Irina. I can only hope that you manage to succeed. You two will be able to pass over into the contestant-only area. Um, One thing that I didn't want to go over that I forgot. Ah, we'll check that. Something that you might be unfamiliar with, even if you have used Foundry in the past, is when you're clicked into it, if you hit J, I have a module I get from the Ripper 93. It's a paid subscription, which is the only
Oh.
reason a lot of people aren't familiar with it. That has quite cool things for you. So in the top left, you have a quest log, and you have successfully just. I meant to shout this out before, so you'd have time to think about the questions. My bad there. You have just not only completed your first quest, but unlocked your next one. I have quite an extensive log for you all. And there will be a few more of these revealed by the end of the day. But
And you do have a spoiler in there for us.
do I?
Yeah, you have one of the quests still shown.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Oh no, it disappeared.
Oh
That's
no.
terrible.
We'll have to find out when we get there.
Rough. Anywho, yeah, it isn't like I've been. That's devastating. Anyhow, you're officially at a point where you are trying to cross, into the cathedral. And to do so, you must first be able to cross an expansive chasm. There are people everywhere trying to orchestrate and come up with different ways that they are going to get this done, and you will see, multiple different little merchants set up along the way, and tons of people interacting as uh, everyone wants the opportunity for their weapon, or their craftsmanship to be able to get a little advertisement and be seen as what allowed people to begin in the first place. Or even to just have, one of their weapons garnished, either inside of the cathedral or the Starstone itself. We are starting with you again, Lyrica. Do you
Okay.
have any ideas you're already trying to pull off, or are you looking for effectively signs of divinity to help you out?
I do have quite the plan.
Okay.
Um, she has requested the help of one of her childhood friends who will be at the edge here casting a spell of alter winds. Well, Lyrica herself has asked to climb to the top of one of the nearest tall buildings, probably the Church of Sarenrae,
Okay.
and is setting up a, a big kite glider with a basket.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Uh, how much did you end up spending on this contraption?
Somewhere around, that's what, like 25 for 2 scrolls and a couple gold for the glider.
Okay.
Um,
Very
yeah.
interesting.
In addition, she also has scribed a casting of that scroll for herself to cast at the top of this church. I have to place it down. Crazy. Wow. Target out of range. Module integration. That's crazy. Oh, no, actually, it just doesn't let me use it if I'm too far away. Okay. Hey, neat. So she has put her fox in the glider
Okay.
and is casting a gust of wind at the edge of the church.
Very interesting. I
And
like it.
my plan is she is going to get a running start, cast another scroll of glide that she has on herself while jumping and transforming into a tiny fox. And then these two tiny foxes are going to control this glider borne upon the winds of spells she cannot cast herself in order to reach her destination.
Hmm. Okay, I love it. Go ahead and give me a fly check as you give yourself this supercharged little glider and are launching yourself towards the cathedral.
I worked so hard on my UMD, and it's still not good, by the way. But here is my tiny fox fly check. Turns out being tiny is really good for this.
You're certainly flying well, to say the least. Um, for the scrolls, I actually don't know. Is there supposed to be a use magic device for that one offhand? I'm not familiar.
Yes, I would need to roll in order to cast them because they are not a spell a scald can cast.
See, that was the catch there. Okay, well, go ahead and give me the
Yeah. This is
check
the
that you
worrying
need.
part. This is the worrying part where it's like she may need a few tries as long as I don't roll a nat 1.
Okay, okay. Uh, what is it anyhow? It'd
It's
be like
like,
a DC 12, wouldn't it?
no, it's very high.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's I think it's 21.
I gotta say, I'm so used to people using wands and not scrolls. I honestly don't know what it is offhand. Let's
Let
see.
me
Use
go
magic
grab
device.
use a scroll 20 plus caster level.
Oh, so here I am thinking it's 12 and it's 22, huh?
It is she is a caster level 1 scroll. This is a first level hunter's spell.
Oh, for Alter Winds, I was looking at Glide.
Oh, yeah. It's for both, but yeah. At least for Alter Winds, the duration is 1 hour, so she has a lot of time to attempt.
Yeah, I mean, which in that case, I mean, if you could nat one and it gets ruined, go ahead and keep going. Why not?
Yeah, that's the trouble. Getting that one. Or I could get it.
Right on the dot. There we go. That works for me.
Second try.
It didn't even take you long, you know? Um,
Yeah. So she like pushes forward with the glider, into the air while casting the spell, and then transforms into a tiny fox and hops into the basket herself. So it's just two tiny foxes gliding on the wind.
okay, okay. Eh, you might have
This is
the wind launching you, and you might be tiny, holted onto a glider, but you are managing to fly it pretty well. But between you and your familiar, you're kind of perfectly balancing it out, and you will manage to shoot yourself over to the other side.
yeah. Look at this wonderful thing I put together.
Give me one more fly check. You are going to make it over at this point, but now it comes down: do you land well or do you smack into the side of the building?
Oh, that's true. I gotta stick the landing. Okay. Can we do it? Oh,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
that glider will still go flying and will careen into the wall, but you just as you're getting low, you're just gonna let go of it when you're familiar, and you will both plop off on the other side.
I'm so proud.
Oh, you'll hear a ton of people cheering from the crowd as you will be approached. And we're not going to do this part just yet, but give you an opportunity to think about it. You can insert any set of people you think will come to see you off as you enter the cathedral. This could be loved ones, family, friends. If none of those, maybe a representative of your country. Let me know when I get back to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab my food real quick.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yep. Adric, you are next up, my friend. Are you also coming into this with a plan of your own, or are you looking around trying to figure out how the hell you possibly could do this?
Okay, real quick question. What is the distance across again? I missed that.
So, and this has been an object of conversation, effectively treated as a mile. Ultimately, you could believe that it just comes down to that there is a bit of magical distortion in the middle, but it effectively works out to a mile.
Okay. Because I was looking at some different things, and so he's looking around and he's looking at the gear that he has with him, and he's trying to go through the mental math, and he's just, I don't have enough rope.
Hmm.
Okay, so because he came with some contracting rope as well as normal rope. So he's got about 3 lengths of rope with him. And then like a grappling hook and a short bow. But
As you are sitting there puzzling, kind of stumble, go ahead, give me a perception check.
All right. Let's see here.
With 12, the most noticeable thing to you so far is just fireworks going off. You keep trying to focus and you try to come with an idea, and you just keep noticing these pop, pop, pop. You look off, and it's coming from basically a cross. I mean, you are allowed to traverse anywhere around the chasm. But on the far side from you, there seems to be a giant fireworks cart, a bunch of different explosives, and it's kind of set up right here near the edge.
Okay, so I'm gonna head on over there and take a look to see if there's anything that looks like it might be of use or help to me over there.
Let's see a couple things real quick. It's funny. As you get over there, you can't help but wonder if someone a little bit more daring might actually try to strap up that cart and launch it. And you're just thinking about, you're definitely gonna die if you do that. You are not gonna drive this, right? You're thinking about your riding skills, and you're like, I'm gonna die if I do that. There's just no way. And as you are over there thinking to yourself, well, that's not gonna work either. That's pointless. You will hear a bit of a struggle, I guess, as you would turn around and notice that there is a much older woman kind of being chastised. This guy's shoving her against a wall, not treating her very nicely. It seems to be some sort of dispute.
Pardon me, folks. Ma'am, is there any problem that I could help you with, or is there any commotion here, gentlemen, that's causing you to harass this lady?
He wants me to sell him a love potion. I told him love is free will. He needs to stop being a creep. Being a bitch.
That's not very fair to her. She's right, though. Potions like that do remove somebody's free will, and that's definitely not something that one should consider doing lightly. That should only be done in the most dire of circumstances, and only upon the most, after a lot of, soul searching in regards.
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check. He's gonna go to pull his fist back and take a swing at you, and he's gonna realize just how well armed you seem to be, and kind of decide maybe it's not worth it. Oh, fuck it, and just kind of walk off. This elderly lady, you notice she has to be at least in her 70s, if not older. Oh, yeah. I hate to think what would have happened if you weren't here. I appreciate you stepping in.
I'm glad that I was here, although I'd like to think that others here nearby would have stepped up to your aid as well, kindly woman.
You seem like a charming fellow. I'm sure you could use some help today. You're one of those contestants, aren't ya?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out my way across. My spatial recognition was not the greatest when I came up with my plan of trying to, use rope and a grappling hook. So, yeah, I'm trying to look for some assistance to get across.
She's gonna reach into her bag and fish around for a little bit before she pulls out a vial, and she's gonna take your hand into her palm. We'll put the vial down into it, and she says, everybody thinks you're not allowed to use the bridge. What if you climb underneath it? This'll help you, dearie. Drink this, and then just climb.
Thank you. Are you sure? I mean, I don't want to take anything that you're going to need.
What I need, my love, is people like you in the world. Take it, it's yours.
I shall remember you dearly. Thank you. And I will go on ahead and make a silent prayer to Saren Ray as I take the vial and drink it up and head on over to the bridge.
Actually happens to be an incredibly safe way for you to go about it, as that does not require a climb check with the spider climb you will now have. You almost feel as though you have a bit of a sticky substance on your hand. Even as you take the first steps after drinking it, you notice your feet are kind of sticking to the ground. You literally just climb first along the side of the bridge and then underneath it and make your way all the way across from underneath the bridge. As you come climbing over to the other side, you will see one of the people standing over there say, a lot of us saw what you did for that old lady. Thank you. We appreciate you. And again, there you will have the... Oh, go ahead first. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, just remember, be kind and keep forgiveness in your hearts.
And again, you will at that point see You'll be able to choose who they are. It could be loved ones, friends, family, and if none of those, maybe just a representative of your country. And I will come back to you on that. For now, Grael, you have seen Adric just literally crawl underneath the bridge to get across. What is your idea?
All right. So listen, hear me out. I think this is good. I cooked with this one. I'm gonna ride the elephant across the bridge.
It's not the first time that it's technically been tried, as someone's tried to do it by horse, but an elephant is different. I'm not against it. Um, is there any more thought to it, or is like that you're just trying to eat?
Um, I mean, I'll like scout the perimeter out first before just going full yeet. See what shenanigans other people are up to.
Okay, okay. You'll notice that about where you are there is currently somebody that has been summoning little pedestals, and as they get to each one, they will summon the next, and they just about made themselves across, almost to the end, when as they go to make their last jump, they don't quite make it, and their feet slip, and they're clinging to the side of this hanging pedestal, their feet dangling over the chasm as they let out a scream.
Um,
Oh no.
while riding my elephant, can we jump onto that pedestal?
Give me a ride check.
Here we go.
Ooh. Uh, you're getting across, and they are actively falling from the weight of your elephant as each jump is kind of a it's you signing off on committing to this, as there is no way back. There's only forward at this point. As you get closer and closer to her, seeing that they're all falling, you can kind of at one point they kind of just leave eyesight. You never even hear them hit the bottom. They've just fallen. As you look back, they've already went into sheer blackness. Uh,
My heart is racing.
Yes.
let's see, between okay. You're getting close to what will be the final pedestal, which you do think would be within jumping distance of your elephant. However, especially being mounted, you're not sure it's going to be easy to manage to try to grab them up. Do you have any thoughts about that before I kick it off how I imagine it?
Um, I know. Nope.
Okay, go ahead and give me a reflex save then to see if you are going to be capable. I assume, is there anything you want to do with the person that's hanging off? I guess I should double check on that first.
I mean, no, I was going to save them. So, like, I mean, I would be like trying to sort of lean down, and I don't see. That's
I mean that is kind of effectively what I was imagining.
yeah.
Even if you're kind of side mounting it, assuming that you have a saddle, kind of half hanging off yourself. Go ahead and give me a reflex save.
I do. I have a military saddle.
There you go.
Reflex. My worst one.
Well,
Oh no. As you attempt it, Your leaning actually causes the elephant to shift a little bit, and it is your elephant who steps on their fingers as they cry out in pain and start to fall out in the chasm.
Oh,
No.
all right, it's time to jump.
It is time to jump. Give me the either a ride check from you or an acrobatics from the elephant. I'll allow it either way. We might have
That
our
is
first
not-
death.
Yep. Here we go. Come on, dice, don't fail me now.
There we go.
Woo!
All right, and you just barely fucking make it as it gains its composure and manages to hop over. You two will see someone already approaching you, but you also hear multiple groans from the crowd, and the sudden silence as the screaming person can no longer be heard.
I can't believe we just witnessed the murder.
I will be back to you on that. Irina.
All right. She is going to pull out a rose from her pouch that freshly cut from today. She's going to go by one of the bridges
Okay.
and kneel down almost in prayer, holding the rose up and gripping it to where it'll draw blood but not be like too painful. Just letting the thorns sink in and just, Milani, if I am to redeem myself on this day, please guide my hand, for I will need your assistance. I shall undertake this trial for thee and hopefully come out on the other side. And then she will lay the rose down, let the blood drip onto it, and she's going to cast 2 spells. And she's got a hope and a prayer that it's going to work. As she will unravel 2 of her scarves from her clothing. And she's going to cast this twice on both of them. And the idea is she's going to use like the little banisters on the bridge she's going to...
Are you basically Doc Ocking it?
Yes, but like using 2 of them to like alternate swinging. So that way while one is releasing, she's throwing the other one. And just continuously trying to swing.
It's Spider-Manning it.
Yeah, but using because it lets you do it like 100 feet. Yeah. It extends the scarves to 100 feet to give myself more swing room. I'm Spider-Manning it, yeah.
That's sweet.
It is pretty interesting.
And unique and never been done before.
I will agree to that.
And it's why I need a prayer, because
Let's start out. I think I know where I'm going to go with this, and I'm going to give you a couple bonuses because I don't like what your initial skill is. Let's do a perception check to start, give you a good idea here of where you need to plan this out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There we go.
It's a good start. It's a good start.
The dice be cooking. They like a good story. Okay. You're kind of visually calculating out where all of this needs to go, and how far you would really have to swing each time. Go ahead, and as you start launching off that first one and you're flinging through the air, give me an acrobatics check.
This is okay. Before that, let me take my armor off because I know I'm doing this. So let me get rid of the ACP.
That is fair.
All right, and that. All right,
And
that's
I'm giving
better.
you a bonus for you planned this out. It's a good fucking thing you took off that armor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
You will go swinging on across, and At one point, you actually fuck up and hit someone's wrist and start to pull them down, and you realize what's happening just in time, and you throw the other one up to swap it out. It changes your plan a little bit, but you manage to both not kill them and keep yourself in the air as you swing across and sure enough make it to the other side. You will not only have people coming to greet you, but you'll already notice that there is a guard coming with your equipment to just give it back to you.
Yeah, thank you.
With that said, Lyrica, we're back to you. As
Yeah. Let me,
would you like to tell us who it is that greeted you?
yeah, let me. Whoop. I pressed the wrong button. I toggled combat state. Oops. Yeah. So, I imagine there are 3 people here. One of which is her friend, the one that cast another altar winds at the edge of the cliff to give just a little extra boost for her glide.
Mhm.
Um, another white furred kitsune named Nime. There's also her father is there alongside another rather official looking person, and they're handing over a sword to her.
Okay. Okay. Anything specific?
This is a very funny blade made out of shimmering colors that I could have said she just had, but we'll say this is a reward for her not dying, and they would not waste a sword so expensive unless she could actually do it.
Your father will chime up. I knew she was going to do it. I told you. It's my Lyrica.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
your friend will
I knew it.
celebrate with you as well, just like, I was worried, but you said it would work.
I'm just glad I got it the second time. It's a new kind of rush to try and read my own magical handwriting at the same time as running off the edge of a building.
Eh, eh, I always knew you were going to do it. Wait till I tell Bob. Bob is a neighbor. He lives next to your father, and he also has a son. I should say a child. Also has a child. Yeah, last I heard, his son was unemployed.
Uh, well, I'm
Not like my
glad I
Lyrica.
got the bit of training I did. I know I'm not done yet.
I know you're gonna make us proud. We'll be here waiting for you when you get back. Good luck,
I
Lyrica.
get back. Yeah, yeah.
No, everybody, well, not the official, but the other two will give you a hug together. Uh,
Yeah.
Adric, who is waiting for you.
Uh, be a couple of folks from the Temple of Sarenrae.
Okay.
A couple of other, they one of the priests who helped to basically raise him, being a bastard child that he is, and a couple of the other folks about his age that were there with him.
Okay, okay. Uh, bless Sarenrae. We knew you would make it.
It's her guidance and her wisdom that led me to the path that brought me here. So may Sarenrae guide you as well throughout the rest of your your adventures too.
I think
You think what?
nothing. I'm sorry.
Saren or one of them will say, Saren Ray knows we need a new god like Arrow didn't change what's been going on these last 100 or so years. Serenay's will be it. You go into a silent vigil around you as they all make their separate pleas to Saren Ray for you to come out the other side of this. If there's nothing you would like to add on to that, Grell, who's waiting for you?
Um, I don't where. Kavi, and honestly, I haven't named anybody else. So if you want to help me out there, there's a whole like family I've made in my monastery.
Kavi, Robbie, and Bobby? No, I'm just playing.
Raina like that, make it canon.
Okay. Uh, okay. Your found family is all around you and cheering. Grael, Grael, Grael.
I will look at them disappointed and say, I meant to save that guy.
It's okay, Grael. I know you'd have did it if you coulda. Yeah, nobody else tried. Trying's important. We don't always manage to do. Kavi will chime in. If you hadn't volunteered for me, that probably would have been me falling on the other side. Hmm. As he says it, in fact, you will hear a large commotion from the other side of the chasm from which you all just came, as you see a contestant trying to push back on the other side of the guard line and leave the area. Guards have continued to shove him forward, and as the dispute grew, he does literally get shoved into the pit for refusing to attempt it.
Whoa.
You'll hear multiple people, contestants such as yourself from the other side, kind of just laughing and jeering. Obviously, there's some people that are compassionate, but many of these people who are already across do not seem to care about those left on the other side.
That guy just didn't want to die.
Arena, who's waiting for you?
There'd probably be a couple of Chilaxian freedom fighters that she's been working with, along with a very disappointed human woman who would be her mother, who happens to be a noble in Cheliax and a minor noble, and is very upset with the path she has taken for obvious reasons,
Okay,
but would still show up regardless.
okay. She's kind of, your mother specifically just kind of be silent, isn't actually saying anything. Keeps their eyes
Yeah.
on you, and the fighters will come up, cheering as you make your way across. That was crazy, Irina. Wow, I can't believe you actually made that work.
I can't believe I made it work.
You almost took that lady down with you. The fact that you managed to save that is crazy.
It would have been another 100 years of penance. Would not have been fun.
We knew you could do it. If there's anybody who can fix the things going on at home, It's gonna be you. You're gonna be our new Arodin.
Here's hoping.
I actually really like the music I set up for this. Uh, and as you are all, taking your last moments with your friends and loved ones, you will see the cathedral doors open up, and they say, "All right, you can let in the next batch." And the group of you will be let in together.
Oh,
This will be
in
the
batches.
the
Oh.
first time officially that you guys have all kind of been shoulder to shoulder going into rooms together. If there's anything you would like to say to those next to you.
So I don't know about you, but that was quite the show from everyone getting to watch all of that from above. It's a little terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, falling is not good.
Yeah. mm,
I
this
expect to
is.
die.
Uh, mm, yeah. This is bloodier than I thought. Maybe I should have expected that.
Well, I'm of the Holy Sword, and it looks like that fellow over there is also of the Holy Sword, so hopefully we can prevent any deaths from injuries, at least.
Hopefully so.
Hopefully.
I
Um,
am tapped for the day, though, of course. My little stunt there did cost me all of my reserves, but they worked.
I'm good at just recording some good glory and stories and all that. Um, hopefully there's good things to record.
As you guys are talking and starting to make your way deeper into copy and paste these, the cathedral, you will be reached first with a smell before your eyes can really even finish adjusting. Smell of old blood, gone thick and dark, and worse under it too. It's packed in so tight, and there's no windows in this place that it's almost as if the smell of blood is compounded over the years.
Hmm.
A few strides deeper in, and you realize that the floor beneath you appears to have at one point been a spiked pit in some earlier trial. Except the
Oh,
spikes only come up to barely shin height on you now. They're blunted now and rusted red. They're buried deep under what is actually bodies. As you walk across, your boots would sink just a little into what you realize actually used to be people. A pit trap filled with past contestants, no longer functioning. And for the first time, you have the realization that this cathedral used to be full of traps and monsters, and that was at a time when maybe one or two contestants went in a year. And yet, for the last 119 years, they've been shoving hundreds of bodies all at once down this little bottleneck.
maybe I should amend my previous thoughts. This is a lot bloodier than I thought possible.
As you say that, you'll see further on in front of you a stone blade, almost the size of a door, slowly, very slowly grinding back and forth across the passage. It's almost as if it's trying to swing all the way up, but it's almost slowed to a crawl, jammed with all of those wedged on either side of its blade. Like a mechanism that won't quite finish dying.
let's just be quick about this, I guess.
Yes, I
Keep you.
don't feel like being around should that decide it wants to start working again.
At least the deeper we go, the less gruesome it should be.
That does mean it's more likely to be dangerous, though.
Yeah, but there's no need to worry about that.
As you
We'll
say
have to
that,
surpass all the challenges eventually.
you hear a loud scream super down a hallway, and as you look down the hall, for just a moment, very Scooby-Doo-esque, you will see a person running into view and then out of view again, continually down an intersection of the hall. And then just moments after that, you will see a creature with way too many legs chasing after them.
I should have raised more money for scrolls.
Yeah.
About one of the only nice things that you can say after you've really started to adjust yourself to being inside the cathedral. It's not all the contestants seem to have ill will. There actually are quite a few marks along the walls that seem to be guiding you along through what any other time would have been a maze and probably would have took much longer. Let's see. At one point, even, you would notice that there were a couple of strangers actually helping somebody out. They had gotten themselves stuck inside one of the still functioning traps, and a few of the new passerbyers that had come along are actually helping them out. They're bleeding a little bit, but before where they would have been trapped, you see that not everybody within the cathedral seems to be out for their own.
Okay.
I know we did the big introductions and everything, and we'll get used to knowing each other's names, assuming this whole group thing sticks.
Mhm.
Let me know if I'm too talkative or anything. I'm used to a pretty close and happy village, I guess.
I see.
It seems like you've had some struggles along the way. I don't want to just shine and annoy too much.
Understood. I don't see that. I don't believe that there'd be too much of a problem.
Okay, thank you.
Anything anyone wants to chime in before I continue? As you make your way down a side passage that's clearly marked, you reach a point, things start to get quiet. You finally reach a small stone alcove with a statue of a robed woman, her face carved, split straight down the center. One side worn smooth, human, almost gentle. The other is heavier boned, tusked, unmistakably orcish. The two halves refusing to agree that they're the same purpose and person, even though they seem to be, some way. The hands are cupped forward, holding a basin near overflowing into a lower chamber. What's spilling forward isn't water, though. It's darker red, moving slow. More like molasses.
It's interesting. I wonder what it is.
Just be careful.
Hello, second. Yeah. I'm not gonna drink it or anything.
I want to drink it.
Anything. Irina.
Yes.
Uh, that whatever it is, it's probably most potent for you, for better or worse. But whatever it does, I can put two and two together.
If anyone would like to do a spellcraft check, I will allow you an opportunity to identify a trait about this.
Sure.
Spellcraft. I can spellcraft.
Same.
Like it, maybe I should have a buff on me for my familiar doing aid another or something.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
whenever
sure
it's
it can do that.
yeah. Oh yeah, you absolutely can.
I'll just roll it for now.
Okay.
These
I
tokens are top.
Irina would notice that even trying to inspect it just almost causes a flush of anger, and you're able to swallow it down into the pit of your stomach, but it's almost a wrath that only an orc could truly understand. Out of game, you feel like this would cause some sort of rage effect if you were to drink it.
Yeah. No.
I
I
repeat, I want to drink it.
it's as Lyrica said. Gives you the strength of my ancestors for who knows how long. It's quite potent. I try to avoid that kind of thing, as my temper can be quite bad at times. I worry if you drink it that you may start to attack one of us, but if you think you can stomach it,
What do you think of that, Growl?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to drink it. I just want to. It looks delicious.
perhaps do you have any bottles on you?
I do not. Not empty ones, anyway.
Well, perhaps if we come across some bottles, we can save it for later. Who knows what a little battle boost could do for us?
mm, uh, well, I mean, I do a lot of that, but I want to rotate. I mean, I have this really heavy pot I'm holding on to. It's supposed to be like a cooking pot. They gave me a lot of gear, actually. It's really heavy.
Are you not able to carry your load?
I can. I'm managing it, but it's heavy.
I have a saddlebag and an elephant. Her name is Padma.
Everyone, go ahead and give me a perception check.
We've been seeing a lot of questions No, it's okay. Unless you want to.
From the hallway up ahead and through the solid wooden door, uh, Irina and Lyrica would hear the muffled sounds of someone screaming. Almost completely muffled by the door, but you're pretty fucking sure that's what it was.
Oh, that's terrifying. I think someone's in trouble just ahead.
You should probably go help them.
It sounds like death, but if we want to go help them, I guess.
We can't be afraid of death if we're going to be in these trials for much longer.
Again, I guess. Okay,
Eh,
that's fair. Well, I'll try and support you. Uh, uh, she spends a couple seconds fiddling with her stuff, finds a whole bundle of arrows in her bag, and starts hastily strapping them onto her hip to have quiver access.
Ariana is just holding her spell book at the ready. I don't know where the door is. Is it just here? Because it looks like a circle to me.
No, you should be able to just go straight down the hall.
Yeah, I don't. I just see a circle. I just see the circle that we're in. I don't see a door or anything.
Oh, the light ends here.
Yes, that would be what it comes down to. Is it is incredibly dark in here. So if there are nobody using like a light cantrip or pulling out a torch, it is incredibly dark if you don't have dark vision.
I do have dark vision.
All right.
And then that should,
I will
is it
then
set up?
go on
Let's see.
ahead and
Oh, did I not put it on my
cast
sheet?
light on my Beck de Corbin.
Thank you. Thank you for having the light spell.
Now I need to check if I do have dark vision because I usually don't forget that. Well, I do. I just didn't put it on.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision. I have a low light.
Who is it that we're casting light on?
I'm casting it on my Beck de Corbin.
Okay, so we're gonna go token. Light.
It's probably for the best I have. Oh,
There you go. Now there will be active light on your token as you move it around. You can effectively illuminate the darkness.
There we go.
oh, that's much better.
As Adaric lights up his blade. I assume you're following along, Graal.
Oh.
Well,
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Said I assume you're following along.
Yes.
Is there any
you know,
particular fashion in which you would like to go about opening this door?
That's the door we heard sound coming from, correct?
Two of you did, yep. And assuming they let you
Okay.
know. Then,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Lyrica's immediate response was, "That sounds like dying over there."
Can
Well,
I check for traps on the door so we can get in the habit of it?
Yeah, go for it.
This will probably be fine, but you know.
You know.
Let's see. Well, yeah. 21. You do notice that the seems to be just a regular solid wooden door and nice construction, but no traps.
All right. Are we ready? We don't have much time to waste.
If someone's dying, yeah.
All right. On 3. 3. And I'm going to try to open the door.
The door will open, and I will allow you guys from the entry of it anywhere. I'll let you in like 15 feet as you're effectively barging yourself in. You guys can get yourself set up there, and then I will narrate the next bit as you are shoving yourself through the door. And I do mean like 15 feet in the room, so like each one of you could have one more step in
Okay.
whichever direction you
Okay.
like.
I'm pretty happy where I am.
Perfect. That is a-okay. Phil do
And
his.
she is hiding behind the pillar pretty much.
Phil, you can
So you
move them up
can
to 2
move them up.
squares each. Still.
Damn it! Hang on one second. Go back.
This space opens up into a passage that almost seems too large to logically fit, with a huge high vaulted ceiling and a floor inlaid with a huge eight-pointed star, dark red light bleeding up from the seams between the flagstones like something underneath is still burning. 4 shallow basins sit near the star's points, each feeding into the red current. Up ahead, you see a dwarf woman holding the knife over a body fully strapped down in cloth, writhing under a couple of straps. As you now much more clearly hear those muffled sounds from before as the body wriggles and writhes against the table.
Okay.
Out of game real quick. In general, I am fine with either I can click one button and it rolls initiative for everybody, or I can just do that button for NPCs. Oops, wrong button there. Um, and you guys can roll your own initiative. Do you have a preference as the party?
I'm happy to roll my own initiative. I will say we're on the tracker twice.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You're fine.
Okay.
I know.
I think the. Oh,
And
I also noticed
probably,
that for some reason a bunch of people didn't get fixed either. Here, let me just try completely removing this
yeah,
and
because
do
I
it
think
again.
it copied. I don't know. It's unfortunate.
It's really when I re-added people, it should have fixed what it didn't fix earlier. And
I think we
somehow it
just
didn't.
might. I think we just need to drag our tokens back onto the map to get fresh tokens.
Maybe.
From because I was copying. I didn't honestly think about that. I did copy and paste. You were probably correct. Anywho, if you go to the combat encounter, you will be able to roll for your initiative now. I'll make sure that that's fixed later. And I will roll for the NPC.
Yeah. Are you okay if my familiar just is with me on my turn? Because they don't do anything but stay on my shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to use them for anything, I am fine with that. If you're going to actually use them for any amount of combat or aiding another or any of that, they technically are supposed to have their separate spot in the turn order. But as long as you're not using them for anything, I don't care.
They are a protector familiar. All they do is aid another bodyguard as an attack of opportunity. And they'll, help out of combat with knowledge stuff.
As you come in, you will notice this dwarf woman almost completely ignoring you, seeming much more focused on finishing the job at hand. As this table the body's on is at a little bit of a tilt and has already started to pour some blood into this giant chamber here. And you are up, Lyrica.
Okay. Uh, still stuttering and stammering a bit. She gives her bow a few like tenses in preparation. Like, oh, this is not what I expected. Get your hands off them. please. And we'll pull her bow back to shoot. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff. We have precise shot. Point blank is not free. So we'll just hit the attack roll. And that one!
The sheer horror of what you have gotten yourself into is rattling through your brain as you focus on anything other than managing to shoot that arrow. That's weird. Padma, you are up, my friend.
Sorry. Technically speaking, I am riding my elephant. I don't think I can move myself though, because it's not technically my turn, but I should be on top of
Oh.
the elephant.
Okay, gotcha.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to bother you. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna rush through.
No, don't come here. I'm fine.
So in the
And
future, I'm gonna let you have it as it is and just do your same thing together. But in the future, if you're just using them as mounted, usually you would share initiative. So you wouldn't roll twice.
okay. Well, I mean, I apologize.
No, you're good. I'm just letting you know for the future.
Listen, I'm gonna come visit soon. Okay?
I'm
I
just gonna
miss you.
take you out, and
No,
we'll
no,
let you
no,
use
no,
the higher of the two this time around. Go ahead.
I gotta go. I'm getting on an elevator and I'm gonna lose signal.
I don't
Okay,
actually
bye.
know where your token even went. Where
I think
are you
it's
at?
under the elephant.
Oh, it is under there. But there you go. Oh yeah, 18 will definitely hit. Actually, that should have been active, but 18 will still hit. -5.
And I still get to shoot, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh
It
yeah.
is. It is your turn.
Oh, sweet.
Take flat-footed off you here.
Fox. Yeah, me.
Your elephant riding across, and as it is, that the light kind of blinds you for a second, and you shoot wide on your arrow there. Adric, you're up, my friend.
All right. Let's see here. Move action, detect evil on the dwarf.
You know what? What I want them to for the moment. You know what? Let's see. Hold on. Come on. What's happening? Oh, that's gonna be something I have to deal with later. Interesting. Okay. Here I am trying to roll my D100 and it's like not working. I can't figure out why. There's so many people in the player tracker that it's overlapping my shit. You know what? We will say that in this case that is actually glowing. They start to glow evil.
All right. Then swift action, smite evil. And I am going to come on up here and stop right there. And I have no more actions for this turn. Actually, wait a minute. No, I'm going to go right there because I have reach.
Well, you said your smite's swift, right? And you only move, so I mean you should have a
Yeah.
standard action left.
Well, detect evil is a move action.
Oh, you know what? I
So
did
that
not
was a
realize
move
that
and then
offhand.
a move.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, rather than turn to any of you, she is going to sink her blade down into the writhing body on the table. Shit's being weird here. Come on. as you will see the blood starting to leak
So
off.
should be there.
There we go. And as the basin fills, the hands around the room and then the star at the center will all start to glow and pulsate. I don't know why you're showing us flat-footed. I'm not gonna want that. Let's take that off for you. And then you will hear an
Ooh.
explosion as if the room itself was accepting the tribute. A giant blast will initiate from inside of the star. I'll check the numbers are for that.
Slither back into my life.
Everybody go ahead and give me a fortitude save.
Fortitude.
Oh
Okay.
my.
Yes. Let me roll one for the familiar.
To come back to my apartment again, I will go with the police.
Understandable.
Lyrica will be the only one that passes the save. You will only take 1 damage as, once again, you get that feeling of orcish rage that Irina had felt for a second, examining that water. Now filling the room. Lyrica will take 1 damage, everybody else will take 2 damage, and then the 3 who do take 2 damage, go ahead and give me a follow-up will save.
Okay. Let's see what happens. This will be funny.
Irina, super familiar with that rage, will swallow it down into the pit of their stomach. Let's see.
You've been following me. Have you been following me?
Adaric will also do the same. However, your familiar, is it Lychee? Lychee?
Lychee.
Lychee.
Like the berry.
Lychee start to growl and writhe in anger.
No.
They are raged for 1 turn and will attack their closest, which I guess would be you in the situation of being
Yeah.
out here. Irina.
All right. Well, she is going to go ahead and just move on up. Get right here. And you know what? She's just going to like pull them to like lock eyes with her and just kind of give them like a death threat or like a death stare and say, if you want to see me angry, oh, you'll see me angry. And she will attempt to demoralize her, actually.
Okay. Let me see that intimidation check. Wisdom modifier. Oh yeah, you will absolutely manage to demoralize them as they look at the. Excuse me. One second. Yes. As they finally shift their eyes away from the sacrifice they were making for the very first time, and there is just a bit of fear in those eyes. Lyrica.
Okay.
I suppose since we're doing them at the same time, go ahead and roll that attack for your familiar first, and then we'll let you have your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Lychee bite. Yep. That's only a 12. Thankfully, this does not hit me, so I'm able to fend off my unfamiliar
As you feel
growling and
Lychee try to psych their teeth in you like a dog that's decided they want to chew on something they're not supposed to.
stop. Keep it together, everyone.
And that is only a one-turn rage, so by your next turn, that would not be a thing. Go ahead.
Don't let this get the better of you. Erica is going to step forward and is going to start a raging song. So anyone who would like to accept this, you may say no. Will give yourself the whole bonus to strength, con, and will saves at a -1 AC.
So,
You
as
have-
long as everybody plans on accepting it, I can set it up where, as long as you are properly within the range, it will just apply.
Yeah, I noticed I did not want to do that because people who accept my rage cannot cast spells.
Mhm.
And I assume people want to cast spells sometimes.
That is absolutely fair.
But yes, that will be my turn, basically, because it's standard action to start that.
I guess one of the other easiest ways I can do it at that point is there anybody who is usually or even sometimes going to want to accept that rage?
I mean, I'll accept it for now. I was just gonna put a copy of the buff on my sheet to toggle.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was
Yeah.
going to do for you.
I can do
Yep.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I probably would.
You should be able to just drag that item in the chat.
Oh, I actually didn't know that either. See, I love working with people with Foundry. There's so many little things.
I got you.
I definitely did not know that. Okay, and
Yes, that will be my turn.
perfect. Grael and Padma. Speaking of which, did Padma roll their fortitude save? I don't actually remember seeing them amongst that bunch, so.
Oh, I don't think I rolled her fortitude save. No, there it is. It was bad.
Okay. Once again, technically you are the closest, being the one on them. There, go ahead and roll attack against yourself as they swing that trunk up and try to pull you in against their husk.
I'm sorry, what?
They are raged for one turn, so... Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. First, they do 2 damage, then they got their will save to see if they're actually raged. My bad. They're gonna take 2 damage for failing their save. And... we'll save. Okay, now back to what I said before, where Padma's no trunk is gonna swing up and try to shove your head forward into one of their tusks.
Well, thankfully, that misses.
That absolutely will. I didn't even notice the slam was in first. That absolutely will miss, and you are still free to make an attack. Thankfully, that Padma didn't happen to be trying to buck you off, but I was actually quite happy to have you on. Well, I know you don't have many shot, boy.
It says when I was reading Fury of Blows, it says to use many shot or rapid shot.
I'll just help you set that up later, but it's fine.
Okay.
Oh, Zen Archer.
Yeah.
Mini shot absolutely will not work like that though, because it's supposed to roll 2 separate
Oh,
attacks.
yeah.
It specifically says it doesn't work with it.
Not with it. If you Fury of Blows Zen Archer uses your Fury of Blow attack. I just read it. Hang on one second.
Yeah,
I gotta pull that.
I'm just telling you that that's not how it works. Um, go ahead and just make the for one. Let's see something here.
Oh.
Yeah, for one, it doesn't look like it's doing what would be the -1 penalty for, flurrying to begin with. It should be coming in at a -1. Um, and mini shot does it where it's only rolling one attack, where you would be getting 2 shots. And shooting into melee would be an attack of opportunity. Not that's gonna matter a whole lot. What I'm trying to say is shoot your other shot for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And dice said they don't care anyway, huh?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
roll more nat 20s.
Yeah, they did.
All right, Adric.
All right, so let's see here. So I'm okay. So I am 10 feet from her at this point. Good.
Mhm.
I'm going to. Let's see. I need to activate Smite. Where do I see to activate Smite? Oh, okay. So, there we go. And then I'm going to attack with my back to Corbin.
It's my remote.
Okay. Okay. 18 definitely will hit. Is the smite already worked into for everything, or do I need to be adding any extra for the smite?
I hit active for Smite, so it should be.
Okay. Let's see.
It's juicy damage.
Paladin adds her charisma to her attack roll.
It is not
I don't.
adding.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't.
It
see
is
the
not,
paladin
yeah.
damage.
You're right. Okay, so then add an additional 5 on there for the damage.
I'm okay. As you will step forward and swing your reach weapon and take a giant chunk out of her arm. A piece of her hand is kind of hanging by flesh, barely attached at this point. Ah! I'm sorry, that sounded like a fucking horse. Not my best sound effect. She will cry out, probably in her last act of defiance. It shouldn't have shaken anymore, right? Was it this turn that you demoralized, or last one? I don't actually remember.
It was on my turn that I demoralized.
Okay, this is the end of it then. It'll still be here for this turn.
Yeah.
She will look at you and say, "Vogel won't let me die!" and swings her dagger at you.
No.
Swing and a miss. Irina, you're up.
Oh, that missed thanks to the shaken. Let's go. Yeah. I'm just gonna try and knock her lights out.
Let's see it.
Let's go ahead and go here. And we'll make a full attack because I have tusks I can use, so why not?
Yes, let the rage flow through you, but my good rage, not the weird evil rage.
Alright, and then turn off primary attack. Did that give me the -5? Yes, it did.
Your first attack is almost more of a feint as she tries to dodge your blow. You lead in at the tusk gouge into her. She will drop to the ground as we exit combat here. With her final breaths, before starting to bleed out unconscious on the ground, will say, her voice, it wouldn't leave my head. I'm sorry. And her eyes will close.
Oh,
May Saren Ray grant you redemption.
Can I stabilize her?
You could. She is just dying out. She's unconscious, but not dead.
Oh, gotta have a
Stabilize
torch.
her, heal check.
we'll
Yep.
let the rage fall as my turn starts.
I presume you have the stabilized? Yeah.
Okay. She absolutely will stabilize. You see the wounds stop bleeding. Still just laying there unconscious.
I'm just going to. I'm just gonna dump a bunch of water on her to try and wake her up immediately.
Okay.
Shouldn't we priorities? Lyrica goes up to the person that is tied up and tries to see if they're still alive.
You know what? Every now and then I go to say something, and I'm like, why not leave it to the? Yeah, no, they're absolutely not alive. They're about the fucking dead as dead they've ever been.
That's fair. Yeah.
Uh, the water, I'm also interested. You don't really have an opinion of how well that should work. You know what? Why not? You start just pouring water, and this dwarf giving him a nice bath, cleaning off all the blood that had splattered onto them in the first place. As she sits up, her back kind of against the stone here. Uh, 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 is this hell?
No, you're still alive.
I tried to kill
Do
all
you
of you.
remember what happened?
Hmm. It's
Uh,
sort of. It's kind of like looking through a haze. The last thing I remember is a woman's voice in my head telling me to drink from a statue.
you drank the water, huh?
She
Shouldn't have
drank the
done that.
Kool-Aid,
Shouldn't have done that.
not the Kool-Aid.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I'm never going to survive. What would the Starstone want from something like me? She told me she would help me.
Have more faith in yourself. Are you all on your own over here? Don't you have a buddy? Or she starts nervously looking at the body.
You know, it's funny you say that. Yeah, I guess that's exactly what I thought as you said that. I had it planned that out. I mean, she goes, yeah, Hildra, well, and then just stands up and immediately looks at the mess that she has caused. She will take her dagger and cut open the bag just enough to confirm her fuzzy memory is correct, as the dagger will clack to the floor. If you thought you saw her look shaken before, well, that's what shaken looks like.
Uh, sorry.
Marina's gonna put a heavy hand onto her shoulder and say, "Well, there is one bit of good news about all of this. You have reclaimed your mental faculties, and while you have done a great disservice, you can always atone for what you've done. You can always redeem yourself. So, what say you? What shall you do next at these crossroads?"
What could I ever possibly do to redeem myself from the blood on my hands?
everything. You could devote your life towards others now.
Exactly. Work tirelessly to protect and help those in need of protection. Saren Ray is very, very forgiving when it comes to that. One of her main tenets as the Dawn Flower is that we should all seek to be redeemed.
Tirelessly might be a bit much for a normal person, but you could at least think
We're
about
not
a
normal.
promise to uh, sew back together and undo the blood that you've spilled, something like that.
Out of came the severity with which I wanted to yell, "I'm normal!" But I'm not gonna do that to you.
You're none of us are normal. We've all passed the chasm. We were all special in our own rights, and we all have the ability to make real change in this world.
Yeah, I
Okay,
just
redeemers, both give me a diplomacy here.
And see, this is where
Oh,
you're good at it, and I'm not.
I just try and keep it reasonable. You know, sorry.
oh yeah.
Ugh.
No, I don't do that. I got the mean mug.
Okay, okay. So think about it for a little bit. I suppose I don't have any other choice at this point.
Well, we
Okay.
always have a choice. It's a matter of living with the choice and the consequences.
She will stand in silent observation, decide that you are right, and that is going to have to be the way forward, and you guys will be able to continue on deeper into the cathedral. She, unless you guys try to stop her in any way, is basically just gonna hobble alongside you. Pr
Okay.
Pretty much at death's door right now, anyhow. My
Here's
name
my
is
notion.
Clara.
Well,
Clara.
Clara, I am Adric. So you are here on your own then, I take it, at this point.
Now, that's true now.
No? While talking to her, I'm going to give her a once over and I'm going to see how bad off she is in terms of health.
Oh, I mean, she's terrible. She might not be actively bleeding anymore, but there are wounds all about her. There is a actively piece of her hand kind of hanging by flesh.
Yeah.
All right. And then let's see here. I am going to use one of my healer's way on her. So she's going to regain 1d6 hit points. Let me go ahead and roll that.
Oh yeah, you'll help her reseal the part of her hanging hand to. Wrong way there. I accidentally put -3 instead of +3. Let me fix that. Heal the hanging bit of hand back together. There is no longer gaping wounds in her literal body. As you all seem so much more equipped for this than I do.
Uh, doing my best, but the hope gets you a long way.
As you say that,
That's
you
just an illusion.
start to approach down a hallway that has a lingering smell. If anyone would like to try to identify the smell, it's a terrible, terrible smell. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Gasp. Rolls the familiar with a +8 to smell.
Thankfully, it's a stale and old smell. It's not pungent. It's not fresh by any means, but it is there, and it is identifiable to Adric and Irina. Uh, it's a smell of burnt flesh, of burnt body.
I wonder
I,
if this has befallen others coming through here.
I suppose so, and I suppose that we're picking up on what they're being driven to do.
As you say that, you will make yourself to the end of the hallway and find yourself in a large center chamber. In the center of that chamber, you will see the
Oh,
Starstone, the whole reason that you are here in the first place, floating upon a
okay.
podium, broken piece of skyrock, effectively. Uh, There are skeletons, those who have touched the stone and failed its test, corpses, no flesh left on them, just bone, piled high. Uh, the Starstone itself is meant to be up 15, 20 feet at least. The mound of bodies at this point makes it where you basically just have to climb up all of those who failed before you. Eh,
I got
Except
to
this.
take a real quick bio break. I'll be
Okay,
right
you know
back.
what?
All
I was
right.
gonna say that in a minute anyhow. So go ahead and we'll do a 5 minute
Okay.
break. I'll see you guys at 9:42, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. Okay.
Looks like we're still waiting on a couple to return. That is a-okay.
I'm here. I'm just noshing on a cookie real quick.
Perfect. So let me know when you're back, Lyrica. We will get going. Whenever I say, like, we'll take a 5-minute break, that's, no, I guess it's more of a guideline than a hard rule. You know, obviously, I can't make you shit faster.
Existence.
You back as well, Lyrica? Perfect.
They exist once again. Yes.
Ooh. Standing among the top of the skeletons are two figures, one standing on either side, both half elves. One a man, a little more elven, one a woman, a little more human.
There we go.
But ultimately, you could tell that they seem to be related. You can hear the man speaking up. Words of assurances. It's the more human woman seems absolutely petrified, both to touch the stone and to look down at what she is currently using as a floor. I don't wanna do this. It's okay. We'll do it together. 3, 2, 1. And as they touch the stone, you will see first the human woman almost just flash out of existence. Entirely, her body just gone from the chamber. And as the next second, you see the man, his body immolate, as he is burned down, his flesh straight to the bone. Nothing is left of him except a collection like those that came before him. And suddenly, you have the very strong smell of rotted flesh, or burnt flesh, in the room with you again. It is no longer stale, and it is no longer distant.
Oh. Oh.
Nice tea.
It's not like you disappear for a while.
If you're unworthy, then you're unworthy.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Anyone's
Shall we?
feeling super excited to climb up these bodies and touch the stone now?
Before I'll look to the rest of the group, and before we do jump feet first into this, is there anyone that is not feeling quite at their top condition?
Currently, Lyrica is sifting through her bag more. Hey, does anyone, just in case, want, she pulls out a book. No. She pulls out, a lute. Oh, that's useful. And eventually finds a bar of soap. This will make me feel better about this.
I want to be clean. Out of game, if anyone's ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's a scene where one of the characters is like completely lathered like a worm in hand sanitizer, and that's what that makes me think. I want to be clean. To answer your question, I think just about everybody had taken at least 1 damage. So I imagine, I don't know if anybody's at full health right now.
Yeah.
There's a couple bangs and
not
bruises
knowing-
on just about everyone.
Yeah, but in terms of like how dire do they feel that they are? Because I mean, again, we're first level, but you know, is that little bit of damage that somebody has taken, is that putting them at like close to half health or something to that effect, or do you feel like
I'd
you
say
want to hold off a little bit?
Yeah,
I'll be
like I
fine.
said, they got some bangs and bruises, but everybody's looking
Okay.
for the most part fine.
Yeah, my
All right.
familiar has a low health, but it's fine, probably.
Gotta check on my dog just 1 second.
All right.
Having half of your max HP only goes so far at level 1. They are, let's say, a wizard with 10 con.
Mm. Okay. Then I will go on ahead and use another healer's way on your familiar because I don't want your familiar to die on you right away.
Thank you. Anything
So there
other
you
than
go.
a 1 heals them to full. Thank you.
Perfect.
All right,
Are we ready?
let's do this. Can I ask? Are we gonna do this like together? I'll.
Would that make you feel better?
It worked out so great with
Absolutely.
the half elves.
Sure. We can do it together.
All right.
It's spirit. You know,
Sounds good.
it's all we're for a good cause and stuff,
You,
right?
for a moment, thought that it might be difficult to climb up these bodies. I mean, they are bones and corpses, but it's surprisingly solid at this point over the years. There's actually not all that much shifting about for the most part. You are able to feel them almost turning to dust beneath your feet, more like you're starting to pack sand in between what is actually left of the corpse at the top. And now we have our least likely, but still technically capable of killing somebody before we officially start this trial. Everybody rolls a D100 and hopes they don't get a 1! Let's go, Clara.
Oh no,
Clara will disappear into the stone.
All right.
you're
Well,
saying there's a chance.
Oh yeah.
shall you
Oh yeah.
count her
I
down?
didn't just do that for the fun. 3,
Believe in
2,
yourself.
1. Oh my god, that was close for the elephant.
Okay, okay.
I have to roll one separate for myself.
Yeah.
I
Roll for
guess
your
I can
familiar, yeah.
roll for the familiar. I guess. I can't let me de-target, move, do that. I don't think that'll actually matter, but dead even. Alive even.
Everybody alive.
It said elephant again, but I clicked on myself, so I don't know how to
It's
make it not say elephant. But
it's all the
that's my
same
second
difficulty
roll.
today. Yeah, I'm not. It's just a percentile. It's not like anything that to it again. As let's see, as your hands reach out to touch the stone in unity, in this case also a paw and a trunk, all reaching out together, letting fate take over. The moment your fingers touch the stone, you instantly find yourselves in a momentary nothingness. It's complete blackness, nothing around you, no sense of anything. And then just as quick as it was there, it is gone, and you suddenly will find yourselves here, all around a giant fountain with tons of confused people like yourself all around it. Here we go. Is you the first thing that you'll actually hear outside of all of the commotion and shuffling around. Uh, there's still more coming. Voice comes from a knight in black plate. He's wading through the scattered arrivals. His breastplate stamped with a leering, fanged face. His helm swept back into a pair of forward curved horns. He's hauling people to his feet by their arm without waiting for them to ask, helping them get off the stone, sizing each of them up in a second. Their hands, their armor, whether they're already reaching for a weapon out ahead. On your feet, if you can manage it. New blood keeps landing, and we don't want anyone getting stepped on. Hands where I can see 'em. State your game and follow the rope line out. You'll hear multiple people amongst you all reaffirming the 119th, 119th. Everybody
All
confirming.
right, I will stand up and look around. Do I see everybody else?
You will see everybody else.
This is not
All
what I
right.
expected.
Speaking of which,
Let's-
just to make sure everybody can actually see this little bit here, right? It is showing
Yeah,
up for it. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
I will even. Yes, you absolutely do see a few of you. Alright, I will even start to. Technically, I had you all scattered around. I'll start to reveal just a little bit more here. You
It's weird.
find a little stone path, and gravel and rock used to create the pathways that they expect you to use, and buildings mostly all made of timber, resurrected up around you. Nothing like what you saw in Absalon. There's no grand buildings or architecture here. Most of these things look like they were put together with a dream and held by not much more.
Weird.
Interesting.
The guards, they notice you loitering too much, will kind of keep pushing you along towards this rope line. Don't want you getting hit when someone appears. Keep it moving. We got a process here.
A process? How long have you been here?
Some of us a long time. A long time.
And they didn't tell us about this?
Well, again, to be fair, this is something you would vaguely have an idea about if you chose to watch the games in the past. This would actually be something that people are familiar with. However, things have changed over time. There is a town here, something 30 or so years ago. Again, this would be public enough knowledge as this part of town is broadcasted. I apologize if I wasn't clear enough about this in the past, I suppose. The Hell Knights, which is one of the familiar orders marked on the armor that you see there before you, have been running things. It's originally not much of a town at all. It's more like a haven for people who landed here after touching the Starstone and were too afraid to actually ever set out. Try to figure out anything about it. Naturally
Well,
is the place that people appear when they touch the Starstone, and a bit of a society is built up around what most would call the Victory Fountain.
I can't call people weird for wanting to just live and survive and whatever we want to call this inside the Starstone, but huh. Uh, thank you. Uh, I don't suppose this comes with places to stay, does it?
You just go through the process and we'll get you taken care of. As he's ushering you along, you'll see a number of desks with people that are all filling out paperwork as they process their separate lines, and it'll end up to each you name. You fill out your name, assuming nobody wants to be recorded as anything separate. Which say your piece if you'd like to. Otherwise, they're just writing down the name as I know them.
Yep.
Uh, anyone come through with you, or are you by yourself? Would you like to mention the party, or are you effectively saying you came alone?
I would say that I came through with the group. We all made it across the chasm real close together and kind of bonded up on the coming through.
You'll see them right as a group, almost completely dismissing everything else that you said and keeping everything moving. Um, as you are getting through processing, you'll see a woman that same half elf you had saw just moments before. You'll hear her ask, "Did anyone see my brother? My brother, did anyone see him? We came through together."
Oh, did she just
I will.
disappear while the other burned up?
That is correct.
You,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. Uh, uh,
He was with me just a second ago.
gosh, do I want to be the bearer of bad news?
Your brother won't be joining.
What? No, we touched the stone together. He's here.
You did.
There's so many people.
We were, sorry, we were just climbing in just a minute or so, maybe more, but behind you. It didn't look good. I'm sorry.
No, 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 no. What do you mean?
Um, okay, let's be honest here. Um, I was a bit spooked to see it myself. They burst into flames the moment they touched it.
The horror is almost immediately replaced by disbelief as she will outright refuse your version of the story and will continue, at least for now, to walk around the fountain, much to the displeasurement of the Hell Knights who would like her to move on.
Hopefully, we can make her feel a little better by the time night comes around. If night has to happen, right?
One of the Hell Knights overhearing you step away, kind of laughing. Uh, we got some form of night, and even though we don't seem to have a sun or a moon, I don't. It kind of just does what it wants in the sky sometimes. It's
Oh,
best to not look too often, frankly. It's a little unnerving. Uh, he
huh.
stops for a second. Uh, you notice this is a kind of a broad-shouldered, perhaps higher ranking than some of these other. His armor looks actually like a matching set, where a lot of these Hell Knights have very mismatched gear, kind of just making the most of it. Uh, this one, however, has a shine from his boots to his helm. He is looking you over as well. You got the looks of people who won't skate her in a first fight. Pike's always taking volunteers. Training,
Uh,
a bed that ain't dirt, and a purpose bigger than surviving till Tuesday. Ask for me at the Bailey. And he kind of points at a larger building in the Northeast District. Sergeant Corps. If that's a trade you make. He's gone before you can even answer. Another person seemingly asking things that they don't have the time to get the answer for.
well, Serenrade's not going to be happy. There's no sun here. Hey, Irina.
Yes,
See, you said you're from Cheliax, right?
indeed.
Do you have thoughts on the Pike? These look like kind of Cheliax Hell Knights.
I mean, same as any other Hell Knights. Obey the rules, don't get on their bad side, and you'll get along just fine.
Quick
It's not
question,
a
as I'm
bad
a little
deal.
bit confused. Adric and Lyrica, can your character see the other characters, or does it feel like you're alone to you?
No,
I
I am
no, I do
alone.
not see other
It is
tokens.
it is dark. The map is in black and white to me, so I think I can only see because of my dark vision right now.
I don't
Oh,
think
that's
that switch
weird.
caused
I
it, but
didn't
let's see if
even.
that
There we
fixes it.
go.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
have
That
Yeah.
did fix
unselected
it.
my token, and now I
There
can
you
see
are.
everyone.
Well,
Yeah.
I happen to be creating the light just as you said that. I just assumed because people could see the lit up area that you could see, but apparently
Mm.
that was not actually a thing. That's fun.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I could only see my familiar token.
oh, you
Until-
yeah, until I actually lit you up. That was very odd
yeah.
to me. But hey, all right, well, we're learning things here. This is my first time actually using the hex reveal this style. Um,
Mm.
let's see. Out of the four of you here, we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Grael, a child, could it be more than the age of 12, is going to cut through the crowd and coming up to you is going to hand first you a wax sealed note and then is just going to start handing them out to everybody else in the crowd, just almost like they're business cards almost. But as you take it into your hand, you notice it's sealed. There doesn't seem any obvious way to open it. Child isn't saying much to every person that he hands one to, except compliments Bernard Royst. That's it, as he keeps handing them out. Unless you try to catch up with him, talk to him or anything.
No. I will detect magic this envelope.
Oh, it do be magical.
Oh, it'd be magical, huh?
It do be magical. In fact, as you detect magic, a puzzle reveals itself in the wax seal. Out of game.
Oh, a puzzle.
If you would like to try to unlock this, you can go to the journal along the far right. He will at this point have handed one to all of you, as well as many of the other people around here, some of which couldn't get it open and have already
Oh
started
no.
tossing them to the ground. And
Oh no.
Loki is Sudoku. That
Oh.
is what you got to do to
Oh
unlock it.
no.
All right, give me a second.
Uh, let's see. And then once you've actually gotten into this area past the ropes and people are all starting to get their bearings in town, um, you realize this obviously must be a pretty big day for this town specifically, which you've caught the name a couple of times from the locals. They all refer to it as Fort Inevitable, because if you touch the Starstone, this is inevitably where you end up, at least to start. Uh,
Yes, this weird.
There are multiple people that seem to be trying to take advantage of all the newcomers. As you will hear striking a dark-haired elf woman, kind of speaking up over a lot of the crowd. They're in fine traveling clothes that don't really fit for this crowd. Just a little bit nicer than most. And just take a step up on a little podium and she says, Alaria Storecloak of the Golden Fire Order. I'm here looking for those capable of assisting our magical order. I'll pay well if you can find a couple of our associates that have went missing. If this is something that would interest any of you, you'll be able to find me. The inn. And she will gesture to the side of her here. Where we're staying. Let's see. Some spacing on the name. The sign on the end will say Juliver Arms. Be a quest for you. The way that I have this built out might be a little bit overwhelming. Is the best way that I could think of to do it. I am going to be doing a couple of quest reveals throughout this. Is there anyone that wants to interact with the elven woman in any way before I keep it pressing?
I'm sorry, I'm puzzle solving. Don't be
Yeah,
honest.
you gave us Sudoku, and I think most of us are doing Sudoku.
I can agree with that.
Okay. Maybe I should have made that the last one. I'll remember that for myself for the future. Son of a bitch.
You handed number stuff to nerds.
Yeah.
That is fair. Does
And I
anyone
think we figured out
feel
this
like
is
they're...
all a shared board. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, is it a shared board?
It is a shared
Yes.
board, yeah.
So basically, you're all just gathering around this, figuring it out. Like, you know, you're all doing like your own one, but you're like calling it out. Ooh, I figured this one out. Does anyone even really feel like they caught the last thing that I said, or should I just hold off?
I heard you say something about the.
I heard it.
I was passively listening.
I was following on the
Passively,
missing
yes.
wizards.
Oh, I never even made that. But he did actually. Oh no, you did not. You did not fail that. Or you failed that one. Never mind. Let's see. I'm not gonna lie, you know, for the sacrificial plans, I had a bonus goal of rescuing the hostage. I did not consider rescuing her. I'll throw that in as a little side object. Oh. Let's see.
Oh wait, can you click so fast? Okay.
Don't like that wording. Let me just fix that while you guys are solving that anyway.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. We're almost there, by the way.
Okay. I guess I'll actually take this opportunity to go do one other thing real quick. I'll be right back myself. Go ahead and finish that up.
Seven.
I would just like to take a moment to say we're all dogs here.
Something's wrong, by the way. There was a second two in that bottom row. In that second from the bottom row.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. So hold just.
Something wrong as in the puzzle let you solve it that way, or you just realize
It's not solved.
okay.
It's not solved.
Okay,
It's
okay.
yeah.
For a second there, I thought you were like, yeah, the solution wanted a wrong number.
No,
And
no,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
ah,
no, no, no.
fuck.
Solution's not wrong. No, 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 no.
There.
There should be a missing 2 somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Bottom row does not have a 2. What's the? It's a double
Oh,
up
it
on
has
3.
two threes.
Yeah, so someone probably just double clicked. And
Maybe.
that should be.
This needs to be a 3.
But so is the other one. So where's the 3 go for the other one? We need to work backwards to fix it.
Okay, there's a 2 here that can't be moved.
This one's 3.
Which one?
So that can't be 3. So
Okay.
that's a 2. This is a 3.
This is a 2. And then this is a 3. All right. Is everything good again? Is everything fixed?
It looks it.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Oh, is this just? Oh. Okay. Well, the top third is very inconspicuous. Okay. No, it did.
Yay, the
There you
mark.
go.
Cool.
As a group, you are all solving your separate bits and sharing the information. You solve it much quicker than any of the other people who are even trying to do so themselves. And kind of look at you guys in amazement. A couple people might even walk over like, what was this one? Yeah, I can't figure out what that one would be.
It
Start
was a
asking you
3.
for answers. Yeah. The note inside is rather regal as the seal being solved opens up and kind of like a flowering uh, petal, blooming, or you were produced this note. Inside it says first a kind of a date to 119th Starstone games. And if anyone's unaware, I don't know if it did it right when you opened it, but if you click on it now, it should actually show the letter in question. Erodus 4726. To whoever's reading this, I could not spare myself to visit the victory fountain, nor trust the child's intuition. It is my hope that solving my puzzle means you are competent. I am Abernard Royst of Fort Inevitable. By now, you've probably noticed the emerald spire jutting toward the heavens in the distance, and uh, as you've all been too distracted, you would have in fact not. But as you look around, you will in fact notice that way off in the distance there does seem to be some sort of large green structure sticking so high as if to reach to the heavens, and you can't see the top of it. It's quite a ways from here. And the fact that you could see it at all means it must be massive. I request that you catalog the levels for coin, floor by floor. Bring me an honest account of what's down there. Layouts, dangers, and what's worth knowing. I'll pay for each one. More for a full level than scraps. There's one particular piece I want above the rest. I carry a sliver of sky metal noqua, no bigger than a knuckle, chipped from something larger, sculpted, serrated, old. Whatever the old piece was is still down there somewhere, and it's the one specimen in 30 years of cataloging I have never managed to close the book on. Bring me the rest of it, and just where it lies, a reward of 1,500 gold on top of anything the cataloger work already owes you. Find me at my house near the market when you have something worth telling. I am not difficult to locate, and even less difficult to satisfy. Abernurst Royst.
All right.
Okay.
Well, very interesting.
Definitely.
Sounds like a reward for doing what we probably should be doing anyway.
Now, I
Well,
think you've appeared the most compassionate since you've landed so far, Lyrica. So a older woman missing a couple of fingers is going to have kind of just ended up beside you at some point. You're not sure quite when. You were busy solving the puzzle there for a moment, after all. You're a little more focused on it. Uh, as you kind of turn to her, noticing she's almost shoulder to shoulder with you, you notice that her eyes aren't on you, but are looking off over to a building on the far side of the square. There's
Oh,
a
oh,
line of about a dozen or so men and women that she's staring at, all under the escort of some soldiers. Their wrists bound, iron collars around their throats.
uh, oh, hello. She slowly looks over and cringes a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm, It, does it bother you?
It's just a shame, my dear. Yeah. It's a rough first impression, isn't it?
We're already in here of all places. Why? It is.
Some
Yeah, shame.
some newcomers decide the order's worth it. Hmm. Others just don't stick around long enough to decide.
The freedom we fight for.
Hmm. She'll kind of reach to give you a hug, and if you don't stop her, we'll hug you and just say, it's hard in here for those that choose to care, dearie. Take take care of yourself now. She'll pat your back a
Uh,
couple of times. And you could
take
say
care
something
of.
as she's walking away, but much like the soldiers, you'll notice that sometimes it seems like everyone's in such a hurry to do something. They're not sticking around too long.
Yeah, what Irina say? Just do what they say and don't get in trouble. Mm.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. Just as you think to yourself about trying to stay out of trouble, it, I kind of feel, oh, and you realize you reach in your pocket that there is actually a note in your pocket. You're not exactly sure how it got there.
I I was
So,
legitimately thinking for a little bit of like, oh, I hope she's not a pickpocket.
uh,
And then reverse pickpocketed.
I don't know what you're talking about. Definitely wasn't that sweet old lady with a couple of missing fingers. I don't know how she'd be able to do that. Um,
Yeah.
I did assign ownership if anyone wants to take a look at it. Technically, Lyrica has it. Whether or not she actually shares it with you is going to be up
Is
to
the
her. But it is a pretty crumpled piece of parchment.
journal? I see. Oh, oh, this feels very targeted. Okay. Uh,
I mean, did I know when I made this that I was going to be giving it to a kitsune? No, no, I did not. uh, no, as a reason, the Citadel keeps an exact roll of everyone currently bonded. Name, debt, and term. Recorded honestly, because the Hell Knights record everything honestly. That's the whole point. Read closely. It isn't villainy. It's arithmetic. A bad season, a small debt, a law that doesn't care which. They use numbers to validate their means. Steal their debt ledger. Nothing altered, nothing added. Leave it with the flower seller on the north well. Mornings only. Then wait for the next message. We'll find you.
Very cryptic. Lyrica would for sure wait until they settle and stop somewhere, like an inn,
Mhm.
for openly talking to her party about this, unless they want to peer over as she reading a random note.
Absolutely. Would anyone like to say that they kind of over the shoulder read, or are they going to leave it to be shared later? Doesn't really matter.
Because I would not hide the information, but she is like,
Oh no, I think that's a
I
perfect
don't.
point of maybe I should crumple this up and put this back in my pocket right now.
Yeah.
I feel dirty just having this on my possession.
Marina's just busy minding her own business, not trying to look over the shoulder.
With that, you will unlock your first two faction quests. There'll be, it's actually the same quest. End up coming up to you guys whether or not you will make friends in the fort via the Hell Knights or friends in the fort another way. Let's see. From there. Adric, I think I've called for
Yeah.
most other people at this point for one of these. Well, all of this is happening from somewhere in the crowd. You'll just catch a fragment of a conversation. It strikes you as important in part because it's a couple of Hell Knights having it, stepped away from other things, but the expression on one of their faces is so serious that kind of makes you lean in and pay a little bit more attention. Found the mark again. Second time this month. Command's not gonna like it. The other one will lean in, try to reply in such a voice as low that you could try to catch it with a perception check, but most likely will not. Yeah. The second one's definitely a little wiser, not trying to let you in on the conversation. You try to intercede if you want, otherwise it looks like they realize they're not supposed to be having this conversation right now.
I'm not going to intercede, but I'm going to make a mental note. And I am going to, because I also made a mental note about Sergeant Core earlier as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Would anyone like me to redo the wizard bit real quick, or you think you have it, or you could just visit the wizard later yourself?
Uh,
Either way.
I remember the Golden Order something missing wizards. They
Mm-hmm.
went
Mm-hmm.
in.
Yeah. A member of the Golden Fire was asking that anyone willing to do research on a portal or rescue the wizards that were supposed to be doing that research. Either way, she'll pay handsomely. Whether any of you
Yeah,
would be familiar with what portal she actually speaks of, that's another thing.
yeah. Maybe we could reach out to them before we actually settle in, find
Mhm.
somewhere to stay.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I think first things first, we need to try to come up with a with lodging or a central base of operation to at least situate ourselves in.
Yes, we should find.
Well,
We should try and find lodging for us.
in fact, the wizard from the Golden Fire had said that if you wanted to convene with the Golden Fire, that you would be able to find them at the inn, and didn't even call it by name, just pointed at the building behind her, the Jewel of Her Arms. So, I mean, you definitely know a place that you could try to stay.
It'd be nice if I had money.
Right.
Alternatively, the Pike has offered that if you make their way to them and swear, loyalty, they'll give you a job, a place to sleep.
Perhaps we just rough it and camp out somewhere in town. I'm sure they're no stranger to. Well, we need to see if they have vagrancy laws in the books. That's something they would do.
Is that something you would actually ask a Hell Knight?
Yeah, like as like she's musing this, she'll just go to one and be like, "Where do you have your laws posted?"
Town hall, have everything written up by code.
Is vagrancy on your books?
Vagrancy. The Pike. You'll notice that this Hell Knight that you're talking to actually happens to have a different symbol on their armor. The Pike can barely manage to keep hold of Fort Inevitable. They couldn't tell you what you could sleep in the wood or not if they wanted.
Fair enough. Thank you.
You all new around here. Must be the
Yep.
next game.
Yep, the 119th.
Yeah. Lean in a little bit and say, the Order of the Nail likes to do things a little bit different than the Pike does. If you'd want to find a place to stay, well, he's kind of like thinking real closely about how he wants to say this out loud. Well, listen, no Hell Knight's allowed to tell you that you should go to Thornkeep. I'm not allowed to say that it's a bunch of outlaws. It's still a place you could put your head if you wanted a little bit less law. I also, as a Hell Knight, would never tell you that someone high in the Order of the Nail, I don't know, like someone in charge of my order, would never pay for information about such a place. As, again, to be very clear, the Pike has forbid us from going after those bandits. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yes, I understood. You are forbidden from telling me such things. And you would never ask anything of me or my compatriots.
That's right. As far as Commander Drovust is concerned, picking a fight with those bandits be the end of inevitable. Now, I'll also tell you this. If you're gonna stay somewhere, I'd try to keep it close to the road if you ain't gonna stay in a town. Uh, the woods round here are not a safe place.
Well, thank you for that. It's a shame you couldn't tell me more. But that one piece of advice is still very helpful.
And one piece of advice is all I had. With that, he's gonna make his way on.
We can at least ask, what the inn prices are.
Yeah, we can.
I don't.
We could pay a
I don't.
visit.
I don't have a single coin. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I kind of prepped for the journey. I didn't think about needing money once we were on the inside.
well, my family has all the money, and like I got a bag with a lot of stuff.
Oh.
And that's it.
Well, I guess my family also has money. I'm just disowned.
Well, uh, sorry. Um, it's not like I. Never mind. Search
I
for
have
missing
I have some
rangers.
money. My country funded me before I came. I didn't spend it all.
That's nice. I would like to say same. They just gave me this sword that's really nice. I'm a little scared to use it.
Oh, shall we head to the inn then?
Yeah, yes, please.
By all means.
The inn, despite what I may have said about some of the first buildings built around Victory Fountain, it's actually pretty large and comfortable by anyone's standards. It's definitely the best inn to be found in Fort Inevitable. It's under the management of a bustling clan of halflings named the Reedbanks, who pride themselves in setting a lavish table. The leader of the establishment, one Dolliver Reedbank, is a middle-aged halfling. Makes it quite clear to you at the start, in no uncertain term, that I'm not a fan of the Hell Knights. I'm no revolutionary either. Cause no trouble. I have no trouble with you.
Yeah. Well met. My name is Lyric Hummer Castanel. I promise to not try and start trouble. I don't suppose you have a first night bonus free stay, do you?
You seem honest enough. Today's also supposed to be one of my busiest days of the year. I'll make you the same deal I make everyone. First night free, but I get the first piece of loot you ever find outside of those walls.
Be anything.
It could. You could also much more likely never come back, I'm sorry to say.
Just as many bodies inside here as there are outside, huh? Actually, that gives me good. Never mind. I'll save my questions for later. If you'd like, though, I could try and put on a performance.
I won't stop you. There'll be more coming through today than most any other. I'll give you till the end of the night to pay for your room.
At least try and raise spirits. Keep people together. That's what matters most when we're feeling threatened.
No offense.
What is the rate for a room for the night?
Let's see. I want to have a special charge. A single night stay most nights usually run you 2 gold. But a night like tonight, the demand now, it's 4 gold, or I'll offer you the same as your compatriot here, and I don't think they'd trouble someone not of an honest bunch. You can have your first night free if you bring me back your first piece of loot beyond those walls.
I'll reach into my coin purse and pull out my last 4 gold and say, "Here, I'll take a room then for me and my compatriots for the evening. It may be a little cramped for us all, but I'll cover tonight."
Oh, thank you.
Uh, well, if it works, make it work. I mean, I could still do it anyways. I should
No,
probably do it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, like I said, give me a performance, we'll see how things go for you.
Yeah. I do I ask the silly question of my familiar aid another, my perform string?
I can absolutely imagine this no differently than like you playing an accordion while your monkey dances. Listen, if you you want
Yeah.
to have your familiar doing some sort of performance in addition, it's not like they got to be playing the strings.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that's a good roll.
That is a good
That's a
roll.
good roll.
Are you in my mind trying to play, like something uplifting? I'm imagining something a little light in the
Yes.
mood, some.
Some rousing, somewhat in the vein of celebratory tavern music. Like, it's been a scary day, but we made it,
Hmm.
and so it's time to be happy.
Okay. Okay. Well, how do you imagine your familiar assisting if you wanna have them roll a perform too? I'll give you that
Hmm.
eight another.
Yeah, I guess they're. Oh, right. Oh, right. They don't have a charisma stat. That's right. Silly B. Their aid. Hey, they still rolled well.
There you go.
I imagine they're being brave up on stage, a little like acting, puffing themselves up, being like the strong hero in a story or something, but they're just a tiny little fox.
Yeah, this warms my heart deeply as my favorite character ever was a Kitsune psychic-blooded sorcerer who spent the entire game in fox form and had to communicate to my party like that the whole fucking game. Uh, with a 29, I mean, you're putting on a hell of a performance. And you got this
Oh,
cute
I
little.
did include the 8 already, so it is just a 27, but
Oh,
yes,
okay. I
sorry.
mean, fair enough. Hey, with your high roll, you will absolutely manage to get the party bouncing. They see your cute little fox, they hear your music, and at least for a day, all these newcomers, and many of which who were given no real choice but to make this adventure. That includes Clara.
Yeah,
Just be
if
quiet and
anything,
dance and clap and feel the strings. Go ahead.
Lyrica, I mean, assuming she makes enough money to get a room by the end of this, we'll invite Clara over. Of like, hey, you need somewhere to stay? Well, I'll make sure you don't have to worry about that stingy loot. Oh, oh, that's unfortunate.
Sadly, you get many, 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 many tips, and most of them are copper. But at the end of the day, you end up with 1 gold out of all of it,
Dang. Okay.
all piled up in a giant pile of coppers.
Well, I'll still stop by and just tell them to. It'll be okay. Keep your chin up. I I wish I could do more than just give some good words. Just make sure you rest, okay? You're still alive.
I, hmm. As long as you promise to come and play again. I don't know what
Uh,
I'm gonna do. At least I'll
I
know
can promise.
that tomorrow I'll get to hear a song again.
Well, if we're all living an exciting life of adventure, I might not be here tomorrow. I'll be off doing great deeds.
Yeah.
But I'll
Tomorrow.
return someday.
I'm gonna believe it's tomorrow.
Okay, we can make it tomorrow.
Mm, with that, is there anything that you would like as a party to get the? I'm gonna wrap up soon here, but we'll go over the crumpled note, seeing as how you did all end up, in fact, in the same room.
Yeah.
Uh,
Finally open up that note, show it over to everyone.
Oh, interesting. This is definitely something we should not be doing immediately.
Uh, Angering Hell Knight. I've heard. Good idea to not anger them. Yeah.
It is good to know that there is another town. I believe the other kind of Hell Knight, the nail called it Thornkeep,
mhm.
that exists that we could always go to in case we get caught. But I feel like we should get our footing before we try and steal anything from the pike.
Yeah.
I don't
Especially-
like them. I have my history with them. Unfortunately, while we're still getting to grips, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
What about yourself,
I don't.
Growl? What are you thinking? I haven't heard from you in a bit.
I was gonna talk to this lady that we healed and is tagging along with us.
Yeah, I mean, Clara wasn't gonna be in
Clara
the
wasn't gonna be in the.
room, but she's down where the music had been playing and such. You were absolutely free to talk to her.
Where are you from?
Hmm. Uh, as originally a clan of dwarfs and Minkai. Once upon a time.
How long have you been here for?
Clara?
Yeah.
I mean, she went into the Starstone with you. She was in the cathedral originally.
Okay. I didn't know how long she was in that cathedral for.
Hey, that's fair. I eh, I was home just a month ago. I'm with the 119th games, just like you.
Interesting.
I lived in the mountains in a beautiful fortress called Shinkiao. It doesn't. She kind of like looks around, and the only stone anywhere to be seen is these crappy little stones used to pave the paths. Almost everything's completely made out of wood. I don't think I'm gonna have any mountains soon.
Must look much different than home.
Hmm. Say that again. Hmm. Where was home for you?
Jalmaray. Monastery hidden in the mountains.
And what about you? Do you miss home?
Yes, very much so.
Kind of look out and see your elephant. I'm sure it's not that far away. It looks like you at least got to have someone from home.
Yeah, that's true. She hasn't left my side since she was a babe.
Kind of without elaborating of who she's talking to and just assuming that you'll understand the context of it. His name was Heldren. We were never
Your brother?
together. No. No, technically just a friend. He volunteered when I got picked, though. Stupid man.
So what are you doing here?
I was drawn. I did not have a choice. Now I have to imagine that there's some world where I get to become something stupid, like a god of crafting. Something. I don't know.
Do you like crafting?
It's all I've done since I was quite young. You don't live long in Xinqiao if you can't craft.
But do you like it?
You see a look out of her face that, she's not sure she's ever considered this before. She's not sure she has an answer for you right now.
Silence is the answer enough.
Hmm. Um, Irina, what would you be doing when the music's playing and uh
She'd probably just go find a spot in a corner that's relatively quiet but can still see like the whole room. Uh, and pull out her holy book and just start studying while sipping on a beer or water.
okay, okay. A heavy-set dwarf in a incredibly stained travel coat sit down next to you, giving you a refilled glass of beer uh, to match his own, and he lifts in a silent cheers at the start and just says, "What you reading?"
Oh, thank you. This is my holy text of Milani. Are you interested?
"Hmm, God's never did me no good.
Yeah, fair enough.
Mormuck Goldfoot. Forgive my imposition.
Irina. Oh, you're fine. I'm in a tavern.
Uh, wouldn't usually make a habit of stopping fresh arrivals. My usual sort are all spoken for today. I I don't mean to impose. Enjoy the drink and don't feel obligated. But well, a halfling family about a mile short of Thornkeep grows the best mushroom stock. It's
Hmm?
a wood bristle stock. If that means anything to you. Thing is, I'm getting ahead of myself. Some goblins tried to burn them out not too long ago. The family held, but uh, well, he keeps trying to figure out how to say this randomly to strangers. But well, my last two shipments of mushrooms haven't arrived, and I don't have anyone else to
I see.
go figure out what's going on.
How far is Thornkeep from here, perchance?
Well, if you follow the road, you can get there in about 5 hours or so. You can get there quicker if you're good at traveling through a forest. It's not something most of us recommend.
I see. And yes, your shipment has gone missing. I take it that you're interested in having it found, which I understand no imposition, but I also you know that we're new in town and we know that we need coins. So no, I understand and I appreciate you choosing me out of all of the newbies.
Good, good. I thought I might be on to something reasonable here. I'll pay good for it. I just, well, I don't want the Hell Knights to catch whiff. You understand what I'm saying? Uh,
I
These are
see.
special mushrooms. Exotic.
Mm. Hmm. I see. And How do your halfling friends normally bring them into the city, or will I be giving them over to you in the
No,
other city?
eh, I I wouldn't want you to take no such risk. I just want you to go check in on that halfling family that's supposed to be taking care of all that nonsense that I don't need you to worry about, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps deal with the goblins bothering them. You don't worry yourself none about the mushrooms themselves and how they'll get
Okay.
there.
And then this halfling family, they are in Thornkeep, you said?
Just about a half mile outside.
Got
That's
that?
right.
Okay. And then can I get a name?
Yeah, of course, of course. Just ask for the Baggins.
The Baggins. Okay. Well, and I'll hold my mug up for a cheers.
He will definitely cheers you heartily. He drinks his beer. Uh, a bit of relaxation actually coming onto his body.
I appreciate the drink and I appreciate the opportunity. And if we head out that way, then I'll be sure to make a detour.
Mervyn, Mervyn. And if anyone happens to ask, it's for what again?
Uh,
Wood bristle stock.
wood bristle stock.
That's
That's right.
right. That's right. Thank you. And with that, he actually won't even leave. You know, he's more than happy to sit and drink with you for the rest of the night, frankly, until you happen to leave. Um,
Yeah.
we are just about to finish up, but lastly, is there anyone who wants to specifically try to engage further with the Golden Fire Order?
Right, that is kind of why we went.
That is why we came here first, yeah.
It is, and I
Yeah.
low key forgot that for a little bit, but yeah, if if anyone specifically imagined themselves as, I feel like I've gotten around to everyone and gave you some more time for that. So if there's anyone that would like to do that, shout it out, and I'll do that real quick. Or you can
Well,
effectively come as a party, I guess. You know, everyone
Hmm.
can go into their chambers there if they'd like. They're basically paying for a uh, just kind of a separate room. You know, if you've ever uh, in real life been to like a hotel that holds conventions, so it's basically what you could think of it
Mm.
as. It's just a long
mm,
table for meetings, and um, inside
like a
there
private,
exactly.
yeah, dinner room.
Inside there are multiple, all people dressed in pretty fine clothing, um, a lot of them matching, in fact. Yeah.
Mhm.
The same type of cloaks that you would saw the woman who had introduced herself as Ilaria outside. You would see that same woman sitting at the head of the table on one side.
Hmm. Well, trying to not be like too quick on the approach, starting with like a shy wave coming in. I'll assume this is like before our performance or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Saying how, or I realistically should have did this one first. My apologies.
Yeah,
Um,
like hello, afternoon. I guess afternoon. We heard the call for help.
yeah, yeah. Uh, and you think you'll be able to provide us some assistance?
Uh, we can try. I'll be honest. I'm not really a seasoned adventurer. I don't think any of this little group we've ended up in are, but
She kind of
uh,
sighs to herself, well, not maliciously per se, but almost a little bit defeated. And she says, "And yet you're the only ones that have come to offer our assistance. Hmm.
oh,
There's a man named Jarun and a woman named Tiawask. They went to the Emerald Spire to do some portal research. They should have been back long before now. Every day that goes on, I'm afraid that if there was any chance of saving them, I've already lost it. Even sadder yet is we need someone to do that research, whether they've passed or not.
I see. That is very troubling to hear. Yeah. All the new recruits, I would have expected at least someone else, but if it's gonna be anyone, then we're here, at least.
The portal in the spire allows you to reach different parts depending on if you know the runes you need. Have you ever used a teleportation circle before? It's very similar. Very similar.
Hmm. Well, I've never used the magic myself. I think that's how we got to Absalom, actually.
Absolutely would be the most likely way. Um, yes, yes. Uh, it's a different set of symbols than the ones you'd use to get to Absalom, but other than that, it's quite quite similar, actually. Well,
Hmm.
how familiar are you with the Emerald Spire?
Uh, um, my new friends could speak for themselves. Personally, I've heard a lot about the hopes and dreams of my people going to the games. I've never actually seen any of it, seen any good of it. They said it was never worth watching.
Hmm. Not everyone agrees about what the Starstone's supposed to be, but when you have a structure like that sticking out into the sky, most of us have decided that whatever the solution is to this, it probably has something to do with it. And that is where we will call it for tonight. Is our session 0 of the Starstone games, and we will start meeting bi-weekly.
Yippee!
Okay, yippee!
Congratulations on everybody
Since everybody's
surviving. You
surviving,
will get...
GG's.
Oh. Well, you will end up getting an achievement. Apparently, I don't have that set up. I thought I did. Oh, no, I did. It just isn't showing in that one spot for some reason. Very odd. Okay. Let's see here. We got Brokesby. We got Liz, and we have Phil. Owner. Okay, now you can go into the achievements. Congratulations, you survived. You got a cookie.
Did everyone
Yay!
survive in the first group?
Ironically,
This
you're
is
group 2, and yet you play first because I was primarily the one developing the content, and Mythweaver here is actually going to be leading group 1 on the 29th.
I see. We're the
Uh,
first.
yeah, he just ended up being group 1 because he actually formed his group first. But yeah,
Yeah.
technically, group 2 got to go first.
Yay! And we did it. We
And you did it.
lived.
Well, now we got to find out if the other groups all make it through, though.
That is true.
Yeah.